Right, hey, this is Hans the Ramen Rater coming at you with another instant noodle cooking time. Rather, instant noodle recipes time. Recipe time. This show originally was called Instant Noodle Cooking Time, but I thought Instant Noodle Recipe Time sounded a little better, so we went with that. This is the show where I show you all sorts of neat things to add to your instant noodles, all sorts of instant noodles you may have never seen. I've reviewed over 3,000 varieties in the last 16 years. Most of them within the last 8. So, with that, today I bring you the taste of Malaysia that you can find here in MyKuali. MyKuali Hokkien Prawn Noodle. Hokkien Prawn Noodle, yeah. Penang Hokkien Prawn Noodle. Alright, so I'm going to get this cooking so I can tell you more about it. Get a big thing of this is thick paste. This is, wait a second, which is this is fried onion. This is the seasoning powder. This is a disposable, foldable, inspirational, phenomenal, and technological folding fork. And then, otherwise than that, I thought there were, there's noodles. So it says it takes 4 to 5 minutes. I usually like to do, if it's 4 to 5, I'll do 4.5. So let's set the timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 34 seconds. Why 34? I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why. So anyways, what's going on? What could possibly be going on? Well, I will tell you. Lots of good stuff, lots of crazy stuff, lots of fun stuff. But mainly I want to talk to you about Hokkien Prawn Noodles. So this company flew me and my wife to Penang, Malaysia, and it was the most amazing thing one of the most amazing things that's ever happened to me. This was in 2014, and just out of the blue, they were like, hey, you should come hang out. What? And so we did. And it was kind of interesting. It was right around the same time that the not Air Asia, that was after, Malaysian Airlines flight, was it MH370, I think, when that happened. And we went and got our passports, and the lady going, oh, wow, cool, where are you going? I said, Malaysia. And it's like, oh, I wouldn't want to go there, blah, 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 blah. It's like, when else in history have you heard of an accident like that in Malaysia? Anyways, it was kind of odd. But long flight, flew from Seattle to Taipei, from Taipei to Singapore, which was a very, like, 3.5 hours. And then from Singapore to Penang, which was like, you get up in the air, you sit there for 5 minutes, and then you're starting your descent again. Now, what was crazy about when we were landing in Penang, was it Penang? Yeah, we took the Silk Air to Penang. So when we were landing, the intercom came on, and then they said something, I can't remember exactly what they said, something like, because of local requirements in this jurisdiction, it requires that we do this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are they doing? And there's a stewardess, like, walking, like a runway model, walking down the aisle in the plane with, like, I'm guessing was basically a can of Lysol and just spraying it in the air. It was one of the strangest things I'd ever seen. Plus, I'd already been up for, like, God, how long? How many hours? because the flight left at 12. Yeah, that flight always leaves from Seattle to Taipei at like 12:10 a.m. So we'd already spent 13 hours to Taipei, 4 more hours to Singapore, and then we were on another flight going to Penang. And we get there like 2 in the afternoon their time. 2 days later their time. And it's just nuts. And basically the trip was, all right, did you have a good sleep? All right, well, go down to the hotel lobby, get yourself something to eat real quick, and then we're going to go. Okay. And then we would go to different food courts, whether, you know, like hawker food, street food. And we would try all sorts of different authentic, real, I mean, it's authentic, it's in Penang. We would try food from all these different places all morning long. Then it was time for lunch. And then we'd go somewhere fancy for lunch. Then it was time to go to more hawker courts. And then it was time for dinner. And we did this for 5 days. Yeah. Also, we went to Langkawi, which was amazing. It's like picture postcard, vacation spot in the tropics. It's exactly what you think. You see the palm trees, the beautiful blue ocean, the sand, the deck chairs, all that. But I tried lots and lots and lots and lots of Hokkien prawn noodle while I was there. I mean, just tons of it. And I gotta say, it was I probably tried like 5 or 6 different kinds. And I freaking fell in love with this stuff. And when I sampled theirs, I was just floored. It's really, really, really exactly like what you would get. And I thought that was like the neatest thing in the world. So anyways, instead of doing this in the cup, I think it would make less of a mess if I just do it in the pot. So I'm just going to dump everything in. Noodles look happy. And so here we are. Noodles in the pot. So this is where it gets interesting, because first we have the paste. With a paste sachet, you want to knead it. You want to go around like that a bit. Get it nice and liquid and loose. A lot of sachets will have large amounts of oil, and that will make them turn into like little, you know, more stiff. Kind of feels like they're hard. That doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that they've been in a completely motionless and definitely cold kind of state for quite a while. I'm guessing nowhere in Malaysia are you gonna find them like that, probably, unless you store them in like the fridge, because it gets hot there, you know, and it keeps things moving. So anyways, here is the paste. And it takes a bit of stirring, but it's already emitting the smell, which honestly I was surprised to find so many people don't like. But I think so many people are absolutely, completely, 100% wrong, and they just don't know what's good. Because it's a flavor that Westerners would not, I mean, I'd be floored. I'd never come across this kind of taste, and pretty much throughout my life I've been very interested in trying new flavors. And, you know, you get prawn, and prawn can be it has a bit of a sweetness to it. But this is, like, beyond that. This is, like, so strong. I could see how Westerners would be taken aback by it and be like, whoa, what's that? That's gross. That's okay, you know. You'll learn to like it. It really didn't take me any time to learn to like it. I loved it. Okay, so there's that. It is prepared almost. Alright. Okay, we'll go. Man, back up just a little bit. So we're gonna put the noodle. No. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. This is how I'll do it. There's the noodle. And here, some sprouts, tofu puff. Now, one thing that you might be surprised to know about this stuff is quite often there is pork in it. Not always, but often. I really like getting the... See how quickly the colors change? It's because this stuff is freaking oily. And not in a bad way. In an absolutely wonderful, everything is good in the world kind of oily. If I had to eat Hokkien prawn mee for the rest of my life, I would not have any problem with that at all. If I was like banished to Penang and it's like, sorry, all you get to eat is prawn noodle. Granted, it's pretty greasy, and so there's a good chance that that might kind of influence how long the rest of my life was, but I would die with a smile on my face and a very happy full belly. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some chashu pork. I know, but it kind of works in this situation, so works for me. If you don't have chashu, you could just get, you know, that stuff they always serve at American Chinese restaurants, the barbecue pork. That works much better. Oh, this tastes way better. But presentation-wise, what's nice is this tofu puff is like ultra fresh. The guy from the company that makes it, he was there loading up everything, the case of it, so that was cool. Now we have drop an egg right about here. As usual, soft boiled. Kind of looks like an octopus, doesn't it? Wow. Let you get a little color on you too. There is nothing wrong with letting these get like a nice amount of color on them, I think. Because the real star of Hokkien prawn noodle is this broth. It is just freaking to die for. Oh man. I think I've had dreams about this stuff. Call me crazy. Hey, you didn't have to do that so quick, but you know. And now, the other thing that's great about this variety are the fried onion that come with this. Hopefully you can get a look inside the package. Is that working? Oh wow, that works pretty well. But it's of decent size, and this stuff just like goes a long way. Now this is one I am going to actually eat for lunch. So you could best believe I'm going to actually add more more fried onion, because for me, fried onion, and here's some green onion, why not? Spring onion. For me, fried onion is like, at least in a broth noodle situation like this, fried onion is like you have a bowl of milk and you put cereal in it, you know? Fried onion to me is like cereal. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And then here we are. Look at that. Let's give this a taste. Oh no, presentation ruined. Mmm. God. Yeah. What else was I going to do? I was going to do something else. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at the broth. And now you can close look at the broth. It's very greasy, very strong. If you can't do prawns or shrimp or anything like that, stay really far away. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's really good stuff. I like it. It's just got like the lightest bit of spiciness as well. That's one thing that's kind of neat about it too. You've got all these flavors just hitting you all at once, especially that unrelenting prawn taste, and it's just bada bing bada, yeah, yum yum yum. So now this isn't to be confused with Hokkien mee from Singapore, which is a dry noodle dish. So, but yeah, there you have it. Alright, well cool, thanks for watching. You should be able to find this one pretty easy these days. It seems to be everywhere that I go. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, perhaps you'd like to look at this over here. Some more videos for your perusal. And hey, this has been Hans the Ramen Rater, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles absolutely every single day. So yeah, have a good one. Bye.